Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for coming to the weekly live for relationship communications and Happy New Year. This is our first weekly live of 2025. I'm so glad that you are here. For those of you that are joining for the first time, I'm Lisa DeToffol, and I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to be your host for the Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I do hope you'll put that on your calendars and make plans to join us every Friday morning. And my goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get where you want to be faster than you can go on your own. I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years. I've made many mistakes, and I'm here to tell you I can help you move through them more quickly by sharing what I've learned through my experiences. So let me know if you're here joining me live and where you're coming in from. We are streaming on different areas on different platforms. So thank you again for joining me today. If you are watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button or ring the bell so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. So today we're going to be talking about how to make 2025 your best year ever. I do have some notes, and we're going to dive into this in a few moments. But before I do dive into our topic, I want to introduce myself. When I was a preschool teacher back in 2017 and 25 years prior to that, I dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice, and it didn't seem possible at that time. I was the breadwinner for my household and, of course, was scared to take that chance to do anything out on my own. So I met my current husband, Jeff, in 2012, and that is when I could see the possibility of my dream coming true. However, it was not an easy task. So with Jeff's support, I started a training program to learn how to be a virtual assistant in 2018, which showed me how to start my own business as well. By the end of that program, I had a couple of clients and have continued to grow my business, and now also the Tiger Eye Solution team since 2021 every year. So my life looks a whole lot different now than it did back then. This is my husband, Jeff, and our family, our 3 children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa, and our 3 grandchildren, John Price, Hattie Joe, and Anakin is the newest addition to our family. So let's dive in. How to make 2025 your best year ever. So today we're going to talk about how to make 2025 your best year ever. And it may not be what you think. Okay. The first thing I want to say is take some pressure off, because I know for me, for years, like January 1st or the whole month of January, beginning the new year, I thought everything had to be perfect. The whole entire my life, the things in my business, I had no room for any mistakes or screwing up, right? Anything other than perfection. So if that's you, you need to just stop right now, because that is not going to serve you well in life or in business. Okay. So things are going to be happening, in your life. And if you're operating under the assumption that everything does have to be perfect, it's not going to, because we're human and humans are not perfect. Okay. And so you really have to keep that in mind and know that this whole game here is not getting up, is about getting up and starting over and starting over and starting over. Whether it's January 1st, or the month of January of a new year, or whether it's July, the middle of the year, or whether it's December, the end of the year. You can start over at any given time, okay? And that's just how it works. So you need to sit down and set your intentions for this year. And I want you to think big, really, really big. I want you to think about what you need to be true in order for this to happen, for you to let go of all that perfectionism. Okay. So here's an example. For me, in order to grow our community and my business the way I want to in 2025, there are some things that are true, some things that need to change so that this can happen, because my goal is big and scary and it seems unreachable. I don't know how to get there, but what I do know is that I continue to monitor my own email inbox, which is currently over 400, of course. And then I think my notes might be mixed up. I'm sorry. I'm going to monitor things, okay, for sure. And then I'm going to be able to get to where I want to go. So unless I stop doing that, I'm not going to get there. And so it's very important to set that big, scary goal. Break it down by quarter, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, whatever. So January to March or April or whatever, every 3 months, and start to break it down. And then the months turn into days. I break down the months into days and hours, like literally break it down into hours and check these things off, in order of importance. So make sure I put the most important thing at the top of the list and the least important at the bottom. And that's going to get me to my goal as I accomplish each one of those things that is on the list. So the other thing I want you to do is I want you to read your goal every single day. Okay, because we all know how easy it is to say, I want maybe to earn $100,000 this year. And then we get busy because we're putting the tree away or something happens or whatever, fill in the blank. And then we didn't accomplish it, right? We're not going to go outside and exercise and take care of ourselves because it's cold. And then something else is going to happen. And then life just happens, right? It happens to all of us, whether it's a winter storm that's about to happen, that's in my area today, something we're not very used to, or, whatever it is, someone gets sick or whatever the case may be for you, right? We can't just stop. We must continue taking, doing one thing at a time, checking one thing off that list, no matter what life throws at us, right? Like a winter storm is getting thrown at me today. I'm being very hopeful that the power doesn't go off and my internet doesn't go down so that I can continue to work. So that's my goal for today is to get everything accomplished I need to accomplish before any of that happens, if it's going to happen, or hoping that it doesn't happen at all. So like I said, life happens for all of us. And if I shared with you the amount of life that has happened to me since October, so many things have happened, unlike, anything I've ever experienced really in the past. So unspeakable things, sad things, happy things, all kinds of different things. But it hasn't stopped me. I still continue to move forward in my business with my goals, with my step by step, my one thing a day that I want to accomplish to get me to whatever my goal is, right? And that's because I'm clear on what I want. And it's not that, I'm ruthless about it, or that I try to get everybody out of my way or anything like that. It's because I'm very deliberate about what's important to me in my business and what I want to accomplish. And, I just do my best every day to set the intention for that day and to work toward it. Whatever that one little task is for that day to help me move one step closer to that goal, whatever that goal is, okay? And sometimes we get distracted. I'm not gonna lie, I get distracted too. Like sitting through an eye doctor appointment with one of my kids, or if I could have spent all day, taking my daughter to the eye doctor. So sometimes I may have to take a break and go to an appointment, take her to the doctor or whatever. I could get distracted and sit there all day or focus on that all day long, but that's not going to help me move anything forward, right? And I didn't do that. That didn't happen today. She didn't go to the eye doctor today, but it did happen recently. So I just decide to take maybe an hour, a couple of hours out of my day, go take care of that, take her to her appointment, whatever it is. And then I move on with my workday. I come back to my office, I get settled back in, and I keep moving forward. It's not about doing something till it's done, until everything is perfect. It's about moving forward with XYZ, whatever that is for you, okay? And so I want you to think about that. Really, every single day, how can I move forward today? And set some goals for yourself that feel unreasonable, right? And then break it down and set like one small goal for each day to get you to the ultimate goal that you want to reach, okay? For example, let's say your email newsletter list is at 100 people. I think tripling it would be great, a great goal. Tripling it maybe to 300 people this year. So the question is, what needs to be true in order for this to happen? You need to ask a lot of people if they can be added to your newsletter list, or if they would like to be added to your newsletter list. You can go on and, describe your newsletter, or, share with them that you share valuable information in your newsletter, etc. If you want to share that information with them as well when you're asking them if you can add them to your list. How, maybe you're wondering how exactly you could do that, to ask 300 more people. Well, you could go through and connect with everyone that you know on LinkedIn, and let go of the judgment that you have in your head that they are having about you, right? Because we all have these ideas about what other people are thinking about us. And we just need to let that go and move on. So make it unimportant to your goal, and you will get there. Yes, you can connect with so many more people on LinkedIn, or you could go to more networking events, even online, to meet more new people. And as you meet them, or as you have those one-on-one, coffee chat conversations, ask them, do you mind if I add you to my email newsletter list? I share a lot of valuable information in my newsletter. And it goes out once a month, twice a month, ever how often you send it out. Let them know that, so that they can be expecting your newsletter at the beginning of the month, at the end of the month, or twice a month, whatever that is for you. They'll have an expectation of, okay, John Smith is sending out his newsletter. Let me see what it says. There may be something valuable in there that I could use, right? So you want to make sure that you're sharing a lot of valuable information. And I'm going to go back to this slide right here because I want to share some things with you about this. Start your new year off running by kickstarting your networking journey. I launched earlier this week the Networking Method Launchpad, January 8th, just a couple of days ago. And part one, you can still catch up. So you can still sign up for it. Go into the private Facebook group and catch up because the replay of part one is in the Facebook group. But I shared, how to start your networking journey, how to build your networking on a regular basis, no matter if you're starting from scratch or if you've tried networking before. These are tried and true methods that I teach that I've been using myself since 2018. So everyone is welcome to this 3-day event. It is free, no charge whatsoever to attend the event. Mark your calendar or go ahead and sign up so you can go ahead and catch up. Go back and catch up on part one. There was homework involved, all the things. Part two will be taking place this coming Monday, January 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So like I said, you could go ahead and sign up, get into the Facebook group, and catch up with part one and everything that went along with it so that you'll be ready on Monday for part two. So like I said, we do have a private Facebook group that goes along with this training, and that is where everything is actually taking place. So go ahead and sign up for the Launchpad and get your invite to that private Facebook group. This is a lot of fun. We also have prizes that are involved that we give away, so you don't want to miss it. Part one was about what is networking. So we learned a little bit about what networking is. Part two, that's taking place on Monday, is really magical. This is really where the meat of the training, so to speak, is going to be. It's going to be in part two, and it's called Get Real About Your Networking. It's the topic for part two. And then part three is where you learn how to start from where you are, to start networking from where you are. Of course, there will be homework involved, bonuses, and so much more. So, and I'm also going to open the door to the Networking Method Academy, my 6-month signature course on how to make the most of your networking efforts. So I would love to have you think about that as well. So go ahead and sign up for this free training. It's totally free, no obligation. You can still catch up and join us Monday for part two. If everybody has a great weekend, if you're in my local area, please stay safe with the winter storm that's coming in. And I will see you again soon.